Hey, and welcome to another great day. Today is a lovely, lovely day. I hope that you are enjoying yourself with your family. I hope whatever you are, that you are positive and continue to have a positive mindset. I pray that everything goes well with you and that you continue to have a vision and you have a dream and you have a plan and you stick to your plan and you don't allow the words that that fly into your ears and the different feedback that you get to dissuade you or discourage you. My 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 name is Ronnie Jacobs, and the vision for this program is to be able to motivate you and educate you so that way you can pursue your dreams. That's it. That's our vision. Our vision is just to, excuse me, is to educate you, motivate you so that you can pursue your vision. There's a great things that you can do. Today we're talking about, today's a business segment. On a Wednesday, it's dedicated to the business segment. So whatever day you're watching it out, anywhere you're watching this program around the world, today is the business segment. And today we're specifically talking about the unique selling point, our unique selling point. And by using the word unique selling point, we're going to have our amazing guests and we're going to discuss this matter. We're going to ask the question, we have Opeyemi that will be coming in, a gentleman called Opeyemi. He will be coming in first at 10 minutes past 4. And then we have our next guest, Chuks, will be coming in afterwards. And then we have the next guest, Mr. Fred, who will be coming in afterwards. And then after that, we got Esther. I hope that the connection, everything goes well today, but we'll just take the day and enjoy the program. Now, my question is there anything wrong with being different? Because unique selling point is talking about what gives you that edge. What is the edge that you have that makes you better than your competitors? What is that thing that you do that make your competitors want to come to you, that make your customers want to come to you, rather than go to your competitors? What is it that you sell? What is it that you create? What is it that you have in your business that makes customers say, listen, I want to go to run this show rather than any other show on a particular day, or I want to go to run this workshop or whatever, whatever business that you're doing. What gives you that edge? What gives you that competitive advantage? That's what we're talking about today. And some of the things that's coming to my mind is, first of all, some of the things that come into my mind is, why do you want to start a business? If, for example, you are looking at going into a business, if, for example, you're looking at starting your own thing, I always ask this question first. What do you want? Why do you want to start that business? What is your motivation? Is your motivation just to make money? Is your motivation because you want to make as much money as you can? If that's your motivation, fine. Everyone's got different motivation. As long as you identify what your motivation is, that motivation is what helps you as the business begins to grow and as maybe you face some challenges or things might get difficult down the line. That's when you fall back and look back at that motivation and go, oh yeah, this is what really motivates me. This is the reason why I'm doing this. And that pushes you further. That drives you further. That makes sure you stay focused and your energy and your hunger and your ability, all that keeps driving you. And when I think of starting an investment or when I think of starting a program, I mostly do events. And now this is a fantastic TV channel that so when I think of going into business, me personally, I always ask the question, this venture that I'm going into, what business, what problem am I solving? What problem am I helping to solve? It's all well and good. It's all well and good and fantastic. It's all well and good and fantastic that, I've got this great idea. It's a fantastic idea. The whole world is going to love it. You know what? There might be somebody somewhere doing it already. So the question is, what problem is that business going to solve? When I'm able to identify why I love that business, why I want to go into that business, and what problem is going to solve, then I can now begin to trim it down to say, okay, what value is this business going to add to my organization? What value is this business going to add to my customers? The people who are going to come and buy these items, what value is it going to add to them? It's very important that you identify that. Once you've done these three easy steps, because it's easy steps, it's steps that you can find out, and it will encourage you and motivate you to be more hungry for that business, because then the business will begin to make sense. Then once you've done that, you can now say, okay, now what can I do to make my business different so that people can come and buy from me? People can come and use my services. The question that we ask on the platform is anything wrong with you being different? I'll be talking about this with my guests today. What is wrong with you being different? What is wrong with your idea being different? You know, what is wrong with this new concept that you're coming with? Among a lot of this competitive world that we live in, how does your idea, does this sound kind of ridiculous or stupid? You've got this silly idea and you think, oh man, I can't do this, man. It's a rubbish idea. It doesn't make sense. But you know what? You'll be amazed how many stupid ideas out there that are successful. I'm not saying that every stupid idea is going to be great, but I'm just saying you'll be amazed that there is a customer, there are customers, there's a target market, there's a niche for that stupid idea that you think is stupid. It's just the way, it's the funny ways. If they had told you that people actually go to bins and pick things out and wash them up and resell them, people buy them and keep them in their houses, I suppose when that idea came up, people thought, nah, it doesn't make sense. So the key for us here is what you're doing been different? It's been different, right or wrong? What's a unique selling point? How can you add value to your business? Why do you want to start your business? What is innovation? All these different questions challenge you, you know? I remember when I first started to do business and went for this business course, and they talked about understanding what the 5 whys are. Do you understand? So donkey years ago, you know, and they challenged us to do a little workshop. So, okay, you go in the corner, you do the 5 whys about your business. And I sat there and I was really looking at this and asking myself all these questions. And some of the questions I was trying to lie to myself. And like, yeah, there are people there, this will do this and this will do that. But when we broke down the thing eventually, I then realized that, listen, man, you need to wake up and smell the coffee. There's some of these things that just ain't going to work. But it's about being honest with yourself and asking yourself the right questions. Okay? Please go and like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll continue to support you and give you as much information as we can. Our mission and our vision, as I keep saying, is to motivate you and encourage you to do something. Today is about business. For those who are interested in setting up a business, this is the day you should listen and soak in as much knowledge as you can, and so we can all grow together and apply it in your business, and apply it in your work, and apply it in your household. Because all of this different information that we're sharing, you can actually use them. It's like multi-skilling. You can use them in different areas of your life. It doesn't necessarily just have to be for your business. I hope that makes sense. All right, man. Well done. Thank you so much. Don't give up on your dream. Don't let anyone tell you you can't achieve that dream, because we have a long way to go. So let's keep going. All right, let's do this. Looking forward to this, looking forward to this, looking forward to this. There we go.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Uwaechia, you're live on air. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you doing, Ronnie?
I'm buzzing, amazing, and welcome to the Ronnie J Show. That's my first time guest, so I'm always excited to have a guest for the very first time.
Fantastic. Yeah, glad to be here as well. Thanks for having me over.
No problem. Amazing, amazing. Please, we're talking about, just introduce yourself to our guest, and then we can talk about the subject matter, if you don't mind, please.
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Opeyemi. Opey for short. A lot of people call me by Opey. By profession, I'm a cybersecurity expert. So the easiest way to describe that is those trying to stop the bad guys from hacking critical information being processed by a lot of organizations around us. Been in the industry quite a while, and I've been around in the industry as well, having worked for quite a few companies like the big four accountancy firms and a few telecom services and oil firms as well. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So today we're talking about a unique selling point. So I would like you to just give us a little bit of your feedback and on the subject, and then we can then discuss some of the points that you have made. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think for me, each individual has to have that unique selling point. So what makes them different from the next man? There's usually, so in my experience, in my professional role or professional career to date, I've been privileged enough to manage teams of people. And as part of that, I've been supporting the recruitment process. For each job application that I push out there, I get literally hundreds of people vying for those roles.
Okay.
What I always look for, and it's very easy to kind of try and weed out the kind of people that don't fit the bill fairly quickly, is looking for individual uniqueness in different applications, in different people. So what makes somebody stand out from everybody else? Even basic things like how they construct their CV, the kind of language they use, it really does tell, and it really does show if somebody is going to bring something new, something unique, something valuable to the role. So one of the key things, again, that I look at when I'm having these discussions with people is I use some sort of framework. So I call it the CASH framework. CASH with a K. So CASH stands for knowledge, attitude, skills, and habits. And I always say to people, you have to be able to have enough self-awareness to help you develop your attitude and habits. And you have to be in a position that you know what your weaknesses are, so you can use that to learn new skills and knowledge. So skills and knowledge can be taught. Somebody else can kind of approach you and teach you new skills and new knowledge. Attitude and habits, you need that self-awareness to be able to understand what your attitudes are, what your habits are, and shake the bad habits and develop new habits or new positive habits. So going back quickly to the topic at hand, I'm always trying to see, when it comes to attitudes and habits, not even knowledge and skills, attitudes and habits, what makes this person unique? Is he just like any other person in the crowd, or is going to bring something valuable and unique to the role?
Amazing. So you talked about skills and knowledge can be taught, and you also talked about attitude and habits. Now, from a business point of view, setting up a business. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Fantastic. So from setting up a business point of view, I want you to also tell us what is why your UPS or your unique selling point gives you a competitive advantage from a business point of view.
Yeah, great question, Ronnie. So for you to run a business, somebody needs to pay for a service for you to stay in existence. Somebody has to be paying for something that you're offering. For somebody to dip their hands in their pocket and be willing to pay you something, what you're offering has to be valuable. If it's not valuable, then they're not going to let go of their hard-earned cash. Okay. What then is value? Value to me means you're bringing something that's going to implement some positive change in my life or in the way I do other things. So for you to bring that positive change to me, it has to be something I can't get anywhere else. Because if I can get it anywhere else, then why am I coming to you?
Correct.
Okay. So when I'm talking to business people, people looking to maybe quit their roles and try something new, or people looking to start up new businesses, I always say to them, don't be part of the crowd. Because if you're part of the crowd, it's already very busy being in the crowd. So you don't want to go and join that business. You want to stand out from the crowd. Look at Apple, for example. When Apple came up with the iPhone, it was the uniqueness value that they brought to the market was way beyond its time. It was way above what the market actually wanted at the time. Nobody was looking for a phone that was purely touchscreen without any buttons, right?
Yeah.
But Apple was good enough or powerful enough to have the vision and kind of think that, hey, what's going to make us unique here? What's going to solve problems that people don't even know exist, right? It's not about trying.
So the question I want to also ask for people who are starting their business, from your experience, would you say that having your business should solve a problem? Would you agree that that's one of a very strong criteria for having a successful business?
Yes. So a lot of people go into businesses with the wrong intention. So they go into businesses with an understanding of wanting to make money. That's the overwhelming desire.
Yeah.
I'm going to start something and I'm going to be a millionaire in 2 years' time. This is fantastic. It's going to work.
Yeah.
They're not really thinking about the problems they're trying to solve. If you position yourself as a problem solver, money becomes a direct output of you solving people's problems. If you position yourself as somebody who's out to make money without a focus on problem solving, you end up trying to shortcuts, right? And if you shortcut your way through things, it never results in a good place. So always focus on what's the problem you're trying to solve. If you're a builder, for example, or you're somebody that lays tiles, or you're a handy person, or you're a nurse, what makes you unique, right? How do you carry out your day-to-day activities, but do something extra? How do you put a little bit of smile on somebody's face? Now, you may think, well, I'm getting paid to lay tiles. But what makes you actually different is the fact that you've been able to successfully put a smile on somebody's face in addition to laying the tiles. That person is more likely to recommend you than somebody else who's just come and laid tiles and disappeared. They've got paid and they've disappeared. So always think about, what else can I bring? What else can I contribute to make me unique, to make me distinct from the next person down the road?
Amazing. I like that. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing talking to you, and I'm sure we'll have more conversations without all these interruptions, but it's just a great time speaking with you. Thank you so much for your help, Mr. Opeyemi.
No problem. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me on the show.
No problem. God bless, and have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Amazing. No matter what you go through, no matter what you face, we just have to keep learning and keep learning and keep learning.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, Chuks. It's Ronnie here. You're live on air. How are you?
I am awesome. How are you?
I am buzzing. I'm buzzing, going through all the challenges and trying to make everything work.
Wow, I saw that. Are you back on?
We're back on air now. We're back on air.
Your technical team has sorted everything out and ready to roll, yeah?
It's like a spike, like an electrical spike. So everything just kind of went off. And
yes,
like, we look at each other and thinking, what's going on? Well, anyway, we get so how are you anyway?
I'm awesome, absolutely awesome, always awesome. You know me.
I know, always full of energy, enjoying the weather, hot, cold. We don't know which one it is.
No, I'm actually isolating inside the house, so I'm in my underground office, so I'm not enjoying the weather.
Cool.
Great stuff.
We're talking about businesses today, and we had a first guest, Mr. Opeyemi, who talked very well on having a unique selling point and being different. So I wanted to hear from your point of view as well. Why is it okay to be different in your business, or should you follow status quo? And what's your take on the topic for today?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting topic because a USP is kind of what identifies you, you know. And like I said, in my game, there is so many. I mean, like I'm in property, yeah, and in property there are so many people in this game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, so you've got to find out. I mean, for me, I had to find out what will make me different from the other thousands of people. And one of the key things that I felt, I mean, I felt like in Kent, I dominate the space in Kent. Yeah. So if you're thinking of so one of the unique things I say is that I'm the number one and the best service department company in Kent. Yeah. It's a statement I've made out there. Yeah. And obviously I have to match that. And when I mean match that, my clients have to feel like that they have to feel that passion that I've put out there. My staff have to feel the passion that I've put out there.
Correct.
So pretty much what I try to do as creating a unique selling point is say I'm different from every other person. Yeah, when a new client comes to me, I mean, they bring their property to me, and I tell them I'm not like an estate agent. An estate agent sees you as a number. Yeah, they get the deal, they walk away, so they go to the next deal. I always tell them I build relationships. Yeah. So you come to me, you call me at 10 o'clock at night, I'll pick up my phone. It's a relationship. Anybody can go and get a property. Anybody, I go to the high street, I'll pick up a property. But a relationship, it's what makes the difference. So in our business, we build relationships. We don't just go and increase our numbers. So
what you're saying basically is your unique selling point in your business is the way you've been able to build a relationship with your clients.
Totally. Because in business, people don't buy products, they buy people. Yeah, people don't buy products. You can, people buy Virgin because of Richard Branson. There are other airlines out there.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. People buy people. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed in everything you do. To be unique, they have to buy you. Yeah, they're not buying your product because your product, 1,000 other people can put your product out there. They can do the same thing. So what's going to make you different? Yeah, is it you're humble? Is it someone you're passionate about about your clients? You know, they see something different about you. They see some energy. They see some passion. They see someone who knows their stuff. Someone who cares about people. Yeah,
but that relates to. It depends on the product and the service, though, doesn't it?
I don't necessarily think so. I don't necessarily think so because if you look at it for the way I look at it, I mean, if you look at the property business, property business is stale, is boring. There is no one there. I mean, you think about property. Who do you identify with? I can't identify. I mean, in my sector, in Kent, I can't pinpoint someone. But if you look at what I've done in Kent, is that when people think service department, they see me doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I promote Kent. If you go to LinkedIn, I'm promoting Kent. I'm promoting the tourist attractions in the tourist places in Kent. I'm doing a lot of charity work in Kent. Creating a lot of opportunities for people who want to work in my industry in Kent. So I'm doing something that is very much different from every other person would do. I don't see anyone do that. And there's passion behind it. So I think you can apply in any industry you're in. You've got to be passionate. And what makes you different? I mean, if you look at a lot of my stories that I put out there, I go out to landmarks. I go out to landmarks. I go out to the big cathedrals. I do a video there. I tell people what's in Kent. You know, I go out to charity events. I tell people what's happening. I get involved. You know, and that's something different. An estate agent does not do that. And you just have to you can always create a unique selling point in everything you do. So I don't think it matters with industry type, really.
So for people who would like to start a business, and because obviously the whole essence of us having this conversation is for us to learn from one another and share our experiences. Just off the cuff, if you were to advise people who want to go into business, I mean, just imagine people, because this program is being watched not just in England, also in Africa and in America. So
Yes.
trying to put it in context, what kind of advice would you give that person who wants to kind of start a business?
The advice I would give anyone who wants to start a business is that one of the things that I always tell people, that some people see business opportunities, some people see, I want to do this and my passion is here. Yeah. So it's a bit of a balance. Yeah. And you tend to find people who see a business opportunity and jump at it. Yeah. After 3 months, 1 month, they burn out and they go away. They go home. Yeah. That's a business opportunity. But when you have a business with a passion, yeah, you've got to grind, you've got to hustle, it's going to probably take you 3 to 4 years. Yeah. So that's a business with a passion. Yeah. So you've got to think, do I want to, am I ready? Am I going to make the decision and am I ready for the grind? Yeah. Or is it just a quick buck I'm looking for? And when you chase money, what I always say, when you chase money, you chase a business opportunity. But when you chase people, you chase a business. Yeah.
I think the first caller also talked about that going into business shouldn't just be about, my motivation is I want to make money.
Nah, you will burn yourself out, honestly. Most people that I see start business and I want to make money, I want to make a quick bucks, they don't last.
But there's some people like that. People just want money. They're going through a lot of stress. They got family issues. They got so much going through in their life, and they say, listen, I need to figure out something, man. I can't just be doing this 9 to 5. I need to do this business to make money. Go on.
Yeah, totally agree. Don't get me wrong. Some people will be successful at what it is, not everyone. Yeah. Some people say, yes, I'm hungry for it. I just want to make money. Yes, you will be successful. Yeah. But what you want to do, I mean, like what I do, I have a passion for it. Yeah. I mean, I've got to make a living. I've got to make money. Do you understand? But obviously, I get motivated naturally. Yeah. I don't get motivated that I would make $10 today, it's going to be better than yesterday. I get passionate about what I do and I'm hungry, if you see me out there, I mean, people who know me, they see an intense passion. They see someone who is hungry, I bring hunger every day to when I start. You know what I mean? And that's what you need to start. You need passion. Yeah, you need to be hungry. And yes, you need to make money, but so it's a balance. Yeah. It's a balance.
Amazing. We still got another more 3-4 minutes to talk, and I'm enjoying this conversation.
You're welcome.
I really want to talk about something that one of the first caller talked about. He talked about skills, knowledge, attitude, and habits.
Yes.
Now, to run a business, I think that you have to have an idea of how to run a business before you just jump in and run it.
Totally agree.
I mean, you can't just say, I want to run a business and you're just going to start blind without getting any knowledge or information of how to go about it.
Yes.
Go on.
The question, and the question is?
My question was, if you start in a business and you don't understand the skill of managing a business, can you be successful in running that business?
Totally not. Because one of the things that I always say is that, I mean, for me, one of the things that I always say is that with a business, you've got to understand. I mean, you can't do everything. Yeah. At some stage, for like with my business, I can't do everything. So I've got to have experts on board.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
But one of the key things that I'm good at is sales. I know how to sell. I know how to market. Yeah. And that's my specialty. So I stick with that. Yeah. My numbers game, I bring in my financial manager does all my numbers. So she tells me what to do, where our income is, where our loss is, what I need to cut down. So you need a team. Like I said, it's like a football team. Man United, your team. You got the midfield, you got the striker, you got the goalkeeper. And that's the same thing in business. You've got to have a team, and most successful businesses work as a team. So critical, you have to have a team and be good at what you can't be a master of all trades. Yeah. Find out what you're good at and stick with it. Everybody has something. I mean, I'm good in sales marketing. I'm good in building relationships. Yeah. But numbers, I've got someone else doing that. All the tasks in the business, I've got some other people doing it. Yeah. So we all bring our skills and come together and work as a team.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and
always a pleasure.
And I really appreciate all the work that you're doing in your community. Just keep doing it.
Thank you.
Just keep doing it.
Thank you.
Keep saving lives, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Yes. Thank you. Cheers. Take care. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Oh, amazing. Such a great day, and having a great conversation and learning from all these amazing people. We spoke with Opeyemi at the beginning, and he talked about skills and knowledge can be taught, but your attitude and your habits you have to develop. And it's the difference in your attitude and your habits that gives you that unique selling point. We talked to Chuks, and Chuks emphasized again that if you're going into business just for the pursuit of money, if the pursuit of money is your motivation only, it might be a challenge for you, because you might get frustrated if that money doesn't come in as quickly as you want it to come in. I'm always the believer that if you pursue your passion, if you give your passion your energy, if you drive your passion, if you give your passion energy, and you love what you're doing and you're doing it and you're not harming anybody, you're providing a service, you're solving a problem, I believe all the things, the financial part will click all in line for you. Because if you keep going and you're solving a problem, you keep going and you're passionate about solving problem, making impact, helping, before you know it, your brand will now become a lovable brand that will now make selling easy. The selling will just come naturally. That's what I think, you know. All right, let's give Esther a call, and then let's take that as a amazing, great show. And for if you're watching in Africa or USA or whatever you may be watching, thank you so much for your support. I get your messages. Hi.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hi, Esther. You're live on air. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? Happy Wednesday.
And you too. I keep getting some messages from people in Nigeria saying, say hello to Esther for me, you know.
Oh my God, they should say hello to me themselves. That's so nice. Hi guys, how you all doing? How you doing, Ronnie?
We are good. We're forging through, and we're not giving up, and we're trying to break.
Good.
I think you might want to turn the volume down on your, because it's echoing back.
Yeah, bear with me a second.
No problem.
I will do that.
No problem.
Not a problem. You got.
Hello.
Okay, hopefully.
Buzzing now. We're good now. So today we're talking about unique selling point, being different, starting a business. And I know that you've been in business for a long time, and you do a lot of coaching and speaking to the people how to set up their business and run their things. So you'll be a massive help in this particular area. So, and I'm saying this now because bear in mind that our viewers are across different continents. So when you're talking, try to generalize the context for people in developed countries and people in developing countries. So what do you see as a unique selling point, and is there any problem with being different?
Definitely no problem in being different. I'm going to start with that.
Yeah.
The idea is for you to be different. And the reason people will come to you is because they trust you. So irrespective of anything else, a person will come to you that they trust and they believe in what you have for them. But I think the unique side of it is that, do you have something that that person will need? So it's all about listening again. So if you have something that that person's going to need, then that thing is going to be useful to that person. Now, why would they come to you? Because you've built that relationship and they are able to trust that you are going to give them the best thing. And what I love as well is the fact that I'm actually stockist of products that a client won't be able to get unless they come to somebody like myself. So whether you are here in the UK or you're across whatever country you're in, it's still important that you are able to connect with a business person that is able to provide those things for you, that you are getting a good quality, but also something that you are getting that personal service as well. So that makes it unique to me and to the bit and to what to what I can provide, because you can't go into Boots. You can't. I don't know what stores are out in Africa. I'm trying to think what the main store is.
We'll try not to mention their names so they don't.
Yeah. Sorry, but I mean, what I mean is that you can't go into just the normal stores where you do your shopping and just purchase these products. So you have to go exclusively to somebody that, like myself, who can bring you things that you need. But also, that personal service always counts across board in anything, especially with the unique selling point, because you have that personal service. You have a person you can talk to if they've got questions or queries.
So in business, the last caller talked about building, that he's a relationship builder. He builds relationship with his clients. So how do you do that? How would you advise people who are listening and watching to build customer relationships?
Become a friend-making machine. It's as simple as that. Become a friend-making machine. Don't lead with business. Always lead with relationship. It is the most. I so agree with that, because that's how I start anything. If I build a relationship and I'm building a friendship, a genuine friendship, that person will come to you naturally and say, "Oh, how can you help me with X, Y, and Z?" before you even realize it. So I think that is really, really important as well to do. Yeah, for sure.
I think one of the challenges that I normally hear is that people are a bit so anxious to get that contract, so anxious to get that sale, so anxious to get that deal, that they are just in a hurry to complete the conversation and get to the end. When are you going to do it? Are you going to buy it? Are you going to...
Unfortunately, that's the world we live in, Ronnie. That is, if we're honest, that is what happens. And I won't lie, when I started business, I went to my family, I went to everybody, because I just wanted them to see this thing and see the vision that I had. But that was my vision. So it's really important that you lead with a genuine heart of wanting to help. I have something that I can help you with. Whatever you need, I know I can help you with it, even before you've told me about it. Now, that's what makes me unique, because I already know whatever you say, whatever comes out, I know that I can help you. Why? Because one, I also research and I educate myself, and I make sure that I know every aspect of the business that I have and the actual power of the business that I have. Non-profit area, whether it's web solutions, whatever it is, and know how you can help people globally. So it doesn't just relate to here in the UK, it relates globally. So that is also makes it important. You have to know your business, but you also have to know the person. The person is very important. That relationship with that person is what builds. And one thing I'm learning, not everything happens in one go. If you are rushing to make that sale, they won't pick up the phone to you. They won't even chat to you, even if you're just calling to say, "Hi, I want to see how you are through this period." They won't want to listen to you, because they say, "Oh, there they come, X, Y, and Z." So irrespective of whatever you are doing, it is so important to build that relation first, and then this part of your business would work naturally. It will flow naturally.
So for those who are listening now and said they want to start a business and they start getting worried, and say, that means I need to go learn everything I need to know about this business before I start. That means I need to go and get all my academics and all the, So are we saying in a nutshell that you need to have all the information you need to start a business, or you could learn as you go along?
Definitely not. Nobody's gonna know unless you're Einstein. I'm sorry, but no, 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 no. You learn as you go along. Like I said, I came from education. I came from totally different background to becoming an entrepreneur. So in the last 3 years, nearly 4 years, I have been on a learning curve, and you are learning to your last days. If you have the mindset and the concept that you are open to learning all the time, that will encourage you to get better, because you will not need everything initially. What you need are the basics. What you need to know is evaluate that thing that you want to do. Evaluate it, learn about what it provides, and you can achieve from it. Then you can make an informed decision. And I think it's really important if your friends or family close to you, have them help you do that. Because I think it helps when you're doing it with other people. They give you a constructive criticism, which will help you make that decision. But definitely, you do not need to know everything ahead of time. I didn't know everything ahead of time, and I'm certainly don't know everything still, because the business is consistently evolving. So I think it's great to have that mindset of becoming an entrepreneur, because in this day and age, even before this situation we're in right now, there are four major trends, and one of them is this entrepreneurship that people are wanting to become, because we looked at our economy, and there's no way that you can have what you need by retirement age doing what you're doing. So you need to look at plan B. But now plan B has become plan A. So definitely
people
you
will
don't
argue,
need to.
yeah, but people will argue to say, to be able to start a business, man, I'm gonna need money. And I don't have any savings. Where am I going to get the money from? I want to do that bit. I really want to start that business, but there's no money available. I know it's part of the topic that we'll talk later on, but I just thought I'd chip it in. It seemed to be a barrier for a lot of people to get past that barrier.
It is a huge barrier, and I tell you, it was a huge barrier for me for 2 years. That word is called hashtag procrastination. All
Yes.
right. So if you have that, get rid of it. All right. Money, yes, you need that to be able to do things, but get rid of that as well. Your mindset is just open to a new opportunity, to doing something more for your family, to have something that they can have for generations to come. That should be your drive. Have a why big enough to enable you to move forward, because that is where that fear is just four letters. It's like stopping you from getting to the next step, because you are putting all these barriers before you even get there. Do you understand? You want to do this business. Money, yes, we can work on that. You know, you don't have it right now. Like I said initially, my unique thing about myself and what I do is that I have a business that is established, then I establish myself within that, and I know how I can to
So
combat
your
these
line is really
issues that
your line
you
is
are
really breaking, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try my hardest to try and move into a different area because I'm so sorry, but
That's
my
okay.
building or whatever it is,
Yes.
the reception is so bad.
No
Hopefully that's a
problem.
little bit better.
Yeah, that's much better. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that you just need to take these barriers away from you and stop them and stop yourself from overthinking what it is you want to do. I use books all the time, and it's a great thing to have a notebook, put your ideas down, put obviously what your ultimate goal is. Why do you want to start this business? But then break them down. Okay, in what time frame? What do you want to achieve at step one, step two, step three? Give yourself like 5 different steps, because you're not going to get there in one go. Rome wasn't built in a day, and definitely a billion-pound business or willable asset is not built in 2 seconds. If it's longevity and it's something that you want to have for life, you have to take time, learn it on the way, and also experience it. Experiential learning is one thing that is so important. If you experience it and you don't make any wrong moves, you're doing it wrong.
All right. Thank you
So you
so
have
much.
to,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your educative learning all the time, and can't wait to speak to you again
You're
next
welcome.
week. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome. Have a brilliant day.
And you too.
Sure, guys.
And you
All
too.
right then.
Thank
All
you.
right. Bye
God
bye.
bless. Ciao. Oh, that was lovely, 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 lovely. So that was really, really amazing. So now, if you want to call in, I can take a few calls before we round up. We spoke with 3 guests today, and we had an amazing time. We first of all opened the show with a gentleman called Opeyemi, and he talked about developing your attitude and also developing your habits. He emphasized on the point that it is your difference and your difference that makes you unique, your difference that makes you special, that makes you more attractive to employers. That was just a mind blower. Then we spoke with a gentleman called Chuks, and Chuks talked about making sure that, hold on a sec, and Chuks talked about building relationship, ensuring that you have a good relationship with your customers, and build that relationship. And so your pursuits should not just be your pursuit for money, but it should be a pursuit for building relationship with your clients, building relationship with your customers, because that relationship that you build makes you it sets you apart, and it also helps you when challenging times come. Because, for example, you sell a product and your product has got a problem, you're able to resolve problems and solve challenges if you have a better relationship with your customers than just a number of point A and point B. And then we spoke to Esther, and Esther emphasized on the point of making yourself different, working so hard to make yourself different. She discussed and used her own business to give us examples of how her own business is unique and why her business is different, and what she can offer separately. And by saying that, she talked about you don't need to know everything before you start a business. You don't need to be Einstein to know everything about the business you want to run before you can start. Because obviously once you start, there are different challenges you're going to face. There are different problems that you're going to encounter. When you encounter these problems, when you encounter these challenges, then gradually you start to fix them and try to fix them one at a time. And the more you fix them, and the more you get better, and the more you get better. And going back to the case in point of today, your unique selling point is what makes you different. What makes you different gives you a competitive edge. What I mean by that means what makes you different, what makes your product special. Everybody's selling cups, but there's a way you sell your cup. There's something you do about your cups. There's something the way your cups feel and look, and the way you sell it. You could be selling exactly the same thing, but your attitude in which you sell it makes you different. For example, there are 6 or 10 different fish and chip shops down the road, but the way you sell your fish and chips makes you different. There's something that you do about your fish and chips that makes your fish and chips different. There's the way you smile makes you different. The way you talk to your customers makes you different. All these are different facets of unique selling point. If you're working for an organization, yes, you get there 9 o'clock and you finish 5. You're the hardest worker, but your attitude it just stinks. That attitude that you have affects the business. It affects the clients, and it affects your boss. So there's a different levels of different things. It comes back to, from what I do, I make sure and I work so hard, and I'm still developing. I still have another 50% to go. I'm still developing in knowing how to constantly be different, constantly be adapting and changing and being innovative. That's the word I was looking for. To constantly innovate the idea. Even once you make that innovation, others, immediately you make the innovation, and it's out there, you find out your competitors start doing it and trying to better it. So you have to constantly be innovative, constantly be thinking, how can I make this better? How can I improve this to give a better experience for my customers? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're doing and selling a product or a service to make sure that our customers get a better experience. Whatever it is, if they're driving a car, if they're watching TV, if they're eating food, if they're coming to your lectures, you want them to get a better experience than anywhere else that they'll go. If they're acquiring knowledge, let them acquire that knowledge with the best experience that they can, so they can always remember it. If you have a dating site, let them make sure that your dating site gives the best experience to those that come to your site. I can't emphasize that enough. When that clicked for me, it made me to understand that what Chuks was saying and what Esther was saying, and I think the three speakers said it, it's about people, investing in people, pursuing relationships with people, doing the best that you can to make sure that the people you work with or you offer a service to, they're happy with the service that you're providing because you're meeting their expectation and beyond. If you want to run a business, no matter where you are in the world, it's the same principle. The principles of running business is you offering a service, like Opeyemi said at the beginning, you're offering something to somebody to pay you for that thing. And no one's going to pay you for something they don't want. They're going to pay you for something that they want. So if you're solving somebody's problem, they'll pay you for it. If you're offering something in a scarcity, where there's a scarcity, people will pay for it. But at the end of the day, when you have competition, when your competitors are great and they're putting pressure on you, what makes you stand out? What makes you stand out? What gives you that difference is your unique selling point. And you need to identify whatever business that you're into. Don't sit on your laurels and think, nah, man, I'm doing well now, man. I don't need to do it. No. Think outside the box. Don't be like those major organizations that started their business and then they weren't able to finish. Think outside the box and run it. So I wish you all well, and I hope that you learn from today's message. Today was all about business. We're talking business today, and tomorrow we have another great show. Our next show is going to be a different topic, and we're looking forward to learning more. Tomorrow we're talking about our next show. We're talking about events management, and the whole idea here, as I said, is to educate you. Let's educate ourselves. Let's learn from one another. As we learn from one another, we encourage and motivate each other. As we motivate each other, our dreams become a reality. As we motivate each other, we get to meet and network and grow in our dreams, in our ideas, and in our concepts. And it's the growth in our concepts, the growth in our dreams that helps us to feel happier within, because we're given. We're fulfilling ourselves. We've asked ourselves why we want to do this. We're doing it. We're pursuing it. We're not hurting anybody. And we're making other people happy. We're encouraging them. Man, there's no better dream than that. Each day I wake up at 6 o'clock and I'm on it working till about maybe 8, 9 o'clock. 8, 9 o'clock, 8 p.m., from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm just still giving it and giving it and giving it and giving it. That sometimes my eyes will hurt and I got a headache and I go all gray and everything. But I just love it. I have to force myself to stop because I know it can't be healthy for me. Especially now that everyone's home, it can't be healthy for me to just be working and have no time to play or no time for the family. So that's another education. That's another topic that we'll talk about next time. I thank you all so much for all your help, and I really want to appreciate you, wherever you're watching from. I got your messages all the way from Africa and all the way from California and India. I thank you all so much for your support and your prayers for the show, and we'll continue to grow. You know, one thing I can assure you is that we will not give up. I will not give up. We'll continue to drive our vision and drive together and learn together and share ideas together and bring people of like minds that want to help, that you can also invest in that will make your life and your vision better. I thank you so much for watching the Ronnie J Show, and I look forward again to the next one, okay? And as I always end and I always say, never let anyone tell you you're not good enough to achieve your dream. Never, ever let anyone tell you you're not good enough to achieve the dream that you have been born to do. Whatever you love doing, give it your best. You owe it to nobody but to yourself. Give it 100%. Never give up. Keep driving. The doors will open for you. One love, man. All the best.